Hey, my name is Michelle Williams, and I'm coming to you because I want to talk to you about setting goals for 2025. Many of you might have already set goals, and you may be planners, and that's wonderful. That's great. But I'm just saying, if you haven't set goals, or even if you have, try your best to make sure that those goals that you're setting are realistic. Of course, like we could say, yeah, they're realistic. Um, I plan to do this and I plan to do that, and there's so many things that we plan to do. Um, Part of the challenge is when we plan to do it and we don't have it. If we just have it in our head, that's the start clearly, but we also need to put it somewhere where it will hold us accountable, right? So rather, if you take, sometimes people like to journal, um, or people like to put things in their phones, rather it's the phone, it could be an iPad, it could be whatever device or whatever method that you use to document your information to help you be accountable, that's fine. But please take it out of your head. I work with a lot of people, and part of me working with them is to set plans, action plans. And those who typically don't have their action plans documented, um, don't do it as well. You have to be a really regimented person, from my experience. I mean, you might have a different experience, and I respect that. But if you're not really regimented, um, trying to keep things in your head is just too hard because we have things going on, and as women and men, if we're a parent, a grandparent, whatever the case may be, you have a lot of things going on in your head that you can't possibly more to remember everything. You just can't. Um, Not unless you have a great memory, and God bless you on that. Awesome. But if you don't, it's best to have it documented. Rather, it's like I said, rather you journal it, you might put it in your phone, um, you might have another method, or you might even have a spreadsheet. Whatever you do, make sure it's something that is accessible to you and something that's realistic. Um, and what I plan to do is to talk to you all next week as well, and see what I want you to write down your goals. Like, get a piece of paper or whatever you need to do at this moment. I'll give you a moment to just kind of get your paper, a journal, and whatnot. Just kind of do that. Okay. So I'm hoping you have something around, and maybe you do, and maybe you don't. I don't know, but you might even want to put it in your phone. I don't know, but you might even have a whiteboard around. But I want you to look at all the goals that you might have for 2025. And I'll just kind of use an example because this is a typical one that I hear a lot. And many people say, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to go to the gym, and lose weight. Or I'm going to go to the gym because that's going to be a part of them losing weight. That's fantastic. Great. However, you know what? There's a large percentage of people who say they're going to go to the gym and lose weight. And they do fine for about the first month. But then after that, it dwindles down to after January, if they're consistent, then they go into February. They might do half of February, right? And let's just say March, it don't happen, right? More likely it don't. And the gyms are getting rich off folks, right? They're getting rich because they know I'm gonna give you this deal, and you're gonna sign up, and more likely you're not gonna follow through. So what I say is to make sure you set realistic goals. You get a pencil and paper. You write it down on something that you're going to see regularly. When I say regularly, I mean daily. And you're going to put it on wherever you are going to see it regularly. It might be your refrigerator because we eat all the time, right? Or it might be in a mirror in your bedroom, in the bathroom. It might be in your whatever you might even put a note, a little sticky pad or some a sticky note in your car. I don't know, wherever you see it's best for you to be able to keep this goal or goals. my suggestion is to have one goal and just kind of work on that and then move to the next one. Otherwise, you might get too many things going on. And like I said, try to put it on paper or something and not keep it in your head. We're pretty busy. And life happens and we just get busy. And it's not that we mean to purposely forget, but we just sometimes don't. So we don't remember to do what we plan to do. So that's part of that. As far as when we're writing down goals, make sure they're realistic and they're documented. So that's part of what I want to work on as far as with talking with people, as far as in YouTube, because that's something I do already in my life. That's just part of my career path, is to work with people, setting action plans and moving forward towards their goals. So, um, so I hope that this is helpful and that you have your pencil and paper and that you write down all the goals that you want to do, or as many as you can remember, and to make sure that they're realistic. And we'll talk about, excuse me for a second, and we'll talk about um, realistic goals and really kind of narrowing down to how to move forward um, slowly into 2025 instead of trying to grow into it really quick and missing steps. Okay, so it's just going to be a slow process, and my plan is to every week in December is to just kind of give you a little bit more little snippets and tips and whatnot to help you to be more successful in 2025, because I know that you can. It's just sometimes we just need to have somebody else kind of give us some feedback and just kind of like almost an accountability partner, so to speak. But you're not paying for it, which that's fine, because like I don't mind helping people move a little bit forward, or move a lot forward. I mean, wherever they want, and I really want people to live, as they say, their best life. But you can't live your best life if you're not being able to set goals that are realistic where you can accomplish them. All right. So please, until next time, be safe. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. And as I'll say, stay tuned. Bye-bye.